Welcome to my channel. My name is Kat. I'm an aspiring author and I'm currently working on my first novel, which is hopefully going to be the first in a series called Shadow. I plan to publish under the pen name Kat Leo. If you would like to contact me on social media and stuff, those links are all down below. I also write fanfiction under the name Kat 2020 on fanfiction.net and Kat 2016 on Archive of Our Own. And I do writing live streams 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday mornings. And welcome to episode 3, where I'm reading and commenting on my fanfictions that I wrote. So we are still reading VD Facebook. If you haven't watched part 1 and part 2 of that, those links hopefully will be in the description below, or I'll have a playlist somehow. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that, but you'll find it somehow. Hopefully this will be part 3 and the final part for this. The previous 2 episodes, I've read 2 chapters from VD Facebook. This time we're going to try and squeeze 4 in. Let's see if this is the final part or not. This is an actual, story format. So let's go to the previous chapter real quick. So if you watched part 2, I read this. And this is the format the majority of this fanfic is in. Now, on to chapter 5, where it's in a story format. Also, please remember this was the first fanfic I ever wrote, and this was written and published in 2012. I believe it was written in 2012. I'm pretty sure it was, because I was writing it as I posted it. But, okay, author's note. So here's the scene that Damon gets hit with a knife that was on his wall. So this scene is actually mentioned in the previous chapter. So it's telling Mrs. McCulf. I don't know why I have that title here, but the chapter title is Moms and Knives. What was I doing? I don't know. Okay. Continuing. Bonnie was sitting in Damon's car, listening to the radio as he drove to her house from the boarding house. While Bonnie was listening to the radio, Damon was trying to think of how Bonnie's mom was going to react to Damon and Bonnie dating. From what Damon knew, Mrs. McCulf was fine with them hanging out sometimes, but she was still very protective of her baby girl. She already knew that Damon and Stefan were vampires and was okay with it, but that doesn't mean she was going to be okay with this. I don't know why I have the S capitalized. I think that was just a mess up on my part. But as Damon thought that, he noticed that Bonnie had a slightly worried look on her face, and he got more worried as they got closer to her house. But her face looked scared as they parked in the driveway. I'll save my comments. Bonnie, what's wrong? Damon asked sweetly, grabbing her hand to hold it. Damon, my mom can be kind of... She paused, trying to find the right way to say whatever it was she was trying to say. She can be kind of what, Bonnie? Damon asked, wanting to know. Pause. Okay, so I need to work on some punctuation, but that's okay. Also, please remember, I didn't edit this. I never edited anything. Continue. Crazy. My mom can be kind of crazy, Bonnie said, looking at Damon. Bonnie, I'm a vampire. I don't think she could hurt or scare me, Damon said, pointing at himself. Fine, but I warned you, Bonnie said, getting out of the car. Followed? Followed? That should be followed. I wish I could highlight, but you can't. If I was in my preview mode and not on this is how the reader looks at it. If I was in preview mode, which is how I can look at stuff too, without it being live, I would totally just highlight things. Followed by Damon, they walked to her front door holding hands, but as she opened it and called for her mom, Bonnie let go of his hand. Why'd you let go of his hand, Bonnie? Why? I'm in the kitchen, yelled Mrs. McCulf as they walked into the kitchen. They saw her cutting up fruit for her pies. Mom has a knife, Warning, Mom has a knife. Hi, Mom. It smells really good in here, Bonnie said, trying to avoid telling her mom about her and Damon. Honey, what are you trying to avoid? Mrs. McCall said with her mother look that said, I know you're trying to avoid something. Just tell me. So I feel like there needs to be a little bit more in this section right here. I feel like I should have filled that out. Because, I mean, yes, a mom can tell pretty quickly sometimes when a kid is hiding something, but I feel like there needed to have been a little bit more interaction there before Mrs. McCall said that. Just saying, that's what my thoughts are. Mind you, this is my fanfic, so I'm ripping my shelf. I want to rip my stuff to shreds, in all honesty, and I'm fine with that. Okay. Wow, your mom is good, Damon said. At that point, Bonnie smacked him in his stomach while her mom was looking at the food, putting it into bowls. Mrs. McCall. Hold on, let me restate that. Mrs. McCall, Bonnie's hitting me. He's a big baby. He's 500 years old. Grow up. Okay. I thought you were a vampire, not a wimp. Mrs. McCall laughed. Now, what is it you wanted to tell me, Bonnie? Well, I wanted to tell you that I got a boyfriend, Bonnie said, easing into the conversation. That's totally easing into the conversation, isn't it? Not. Oh, that's nice. Who is it, may I ask? Mrs. McSet. What? Wait, where's the rest of the sentence? But there's no said, there's no what? Mrs. McCulf. That definitely needs to be fixed. Some point. Well, it's there should be some dots here. Bonnie said, looking down shyly. You're dating Damon what? Her mother said, hoping she didn't add Salvatore to the end of the name. Damon Salvatore, Bonnie peeped out. How many people did you tell before me? Mrs. McCulf said as Mary walked in, standing by the wall. Pause. So I initially thought that I forgot to include Mary in this, but I guess I didn't. Tells you how good my memory is. Not very good. Continue. Sorry, Mom, but everybody, including Dad, already knows. Including your father. Bonnie said, looking at her mother, but as she looked up, her mother threw the knife she was holding right at Damon. And Damon didn't have time to notice before it hit him in his upper thigh. Mom either has extremely good aim or got lucky. Oh, God damn it. What the hell was that for? Damon said, taking the knife out of his thigh. Suddenly he heard a giggle be stifled. Be stifled? Okay. I feel like that should be suddenly he heard a stifled giggle. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Continue. He looked up to see Bonnie covering her mouth to try and hold back the fit of giggles. Bonnie, why are you laughing at me? Damon asked, hearing pain in his own voice. I'm sorry. It's just I warned you. You should have paid a lot more attention, Bonnie reminded him. Oh, whatever, Bonnie, Damon said, turning his attention to Mrs. McCuffin, asking, what the hell was that for? I'm okay with you being a vampire and all, but I'm not okay with you dating my daughter, she stated. Mom, there's nothing you can do about it. I'm dating Damon, and that is final, or you will find out how much like you I am, Bonnie said, looking serious. What's she gonna do? Stab her mom? Continue. Fine, now leave, and Damon, give me the knife. I need to clean it now, she said, looking at Damon as she held her hand out for the knife. After Damon gave her the knife, Bonnie and him left the house and got into his car. As he started the car, he leaned over and kissed Bonnie sweetly and said, if you ever laugh at me for almost getting hit there again, I can assure you we'll be without getting kissed for a week. I'm sorry. Just a week? You're not just gonna break up? That sounds more like a punishment for you rather than me, but I get your point. Let's get to the boarding house so you can get new pants on and throw those ones away, Bonnie replied and sat looking out the window as they drove to the boarding house. Author note. Okay, so how did you guys like it? Please review. I love reading others' thoughts on the story. So that's the end of chapter 5. I do have some thoughts. I did state most of those thoughts. Also, I'm pretty sure the majority of my word count was in this chapter. Just saying. Overall, I'm gonna say this isn't terrible. I definitely could have edited it. I didn't edit it at all. I could have added some more details in there. Used said instead of other descriptors. Spaced some things out differently with the dialogue. Overall, besides, completely missing the dialogue tag on that line, I'm going to say that this chapter wasn't terrible. Honestly, I think my big problem with the previous chapters and the chapters that are coming is the format in which I did it. It's not so much the content itself, I think, that I have so much of an issue with. It's the format I chose to do it in. I don't know. Oh, no spaces again. Why did I get spaces in other chapters, but not this? Okay. Author note. Okay, so here's the next chapter. Finally, sorry I didn't get it up and sooner. I had my family reunion, no computer, so here's Meredith's wall. So just so you guys know, how I used to write fanfics back then, was I used one of those really cute little tiny laptops for a while, maybe, or I was handwriting it on paper, and then I would actually go to my mom's house and type it up on her computer and then posting it at my mom's house. Or I would type it up in like Note or something, like the word pad, not like Word itself. So that might account for some of my weird formatting, but still, I'm not proud of some of this. Okay, on to the story. Meredith's wall. Meredith Souls. I think that's actually her name in the book. Not 100%. Because in the show, it's a different Meredith. Because in the book, Meredith is actually friends with the girls. And in the show, it's a doctor. So it's completely different. Also, in the show, Meredith is kind of like... No, not in the show. Like, the other girls actually take on some of Meredith's traits instead of her existing. But okay. Meredith is 18, engaged to Elric Saltzman, likes karate, hunting, aka vampires. She likes hunting vampires. She likes vampires, which makes no sense, but okay. Witches, magic, and lapis lazuli. Status is damn you, Sage. What did Sage do? Is my question. Also, I didn't italicize that like I had in the previous chapters. So right here, the status in the previous chapters in this format, I italicized that. I don't know why I wasn't consistent. Demon Salvatore, Stefan Salvatore, and 27 others like this. And remember, there's a dislike button in my mythical Facebook, which says Sage disliked. What did I do here? Why am I suddenly doing initials? Like, it's initials all the way through. I didn't even do, like, their names initially. Like, I could sort of see if, like, I had done everyone's name at least once and then done their initials from then on, but it's just initials here, and I don't know why I did that. See, yeah, so my biggest problem with this is the, like, format I did it in. That's my big problem with this. Okay, Damon, I'm assuming. DS is Damon. Okay. Why are you mad at one of my only friends? I mean, you're not friends with Meredith, so why would you care? Sage. Yes, this will be Sage. Please, Meredith, forgive me. Bonnie, I know why, and it's kind of funny. Damon, tell me, please tell me. Bonnie, no, can do, Damon. Elric. Sage, you are dead to me. Sage, I really don't care what you think of me, Saltzman. Look at that spelling. Look at it. Take that in. It's not that major, but I still posted this without fixing that. That's all I'm saying. Elena, come on, guys. It's more funny than bad. Damon, come on. I want to know. Wait, want? Want is what I wrote there. It should be want. Bonnie, so this one is definitely me using that little laptop and using the notepad because it doesn't have, I'm not even, does it have spell check? I don't know. I don't remember. It's been so long. Bonnie, no, Damon, you don't need to know yet. Stefan, SS is Stefan. Why is my big brother blubbering like a baby? Meredith. Wait, MH. MH? Who's MH? Maybe it's supposed to be MS for Meredith. Yeah, it's supposed to be MS for Meredith. So I don't know why it's MH. Really, that is funny. BM, Damon grew up. Stefan, wow, he shut up when he read that. Sage, Damon is so whipped. Is that even the right whipped? I don't know if this is the right whipped. Okay. Meredith, shut up, Sage. I'm still mad at you. Sage, I said I was sorry. Bonnie, they act like a couple. Elena, but they aren't. Stefan, but they still act like one. And I forgot the K in like. Meredith, we do not act like a couple. Ulrich, you act more like a couple than we do. Meredith, that's pretty bad, actually. Where was I? So, Sage, if that's the case, we need to hang out less. Meredith, I agree with you, but I'm still mad at you. Ulrich, just accept the man's apology. And I spelled apology wrong. I'm sorry, I'm putting out every time I do spell something wrong. My bad. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'm not going to stop. Damon, Sage just told me what happened. That is freaking hilarious. Elena, I know what. I know, right? Meredith, why did I do MH? Why did I randomly do it as MH? I'm so confused. Not when a teddy bear cost $100. What was I thinking? I mean, that makes sense. There are some expensive teddy bears. Damon, oh. Meredith, that's what I thought. Sage, how was I supposed to know that? And who in the right mind would pay that much for a teddy bear? Meredith, my crazy aunt who was rich and I was 3. Makes sense, I guess. This has terrible grammar. Grammar, spelling, whatever. There's like no capitalization in this entire chapter. Sage, I'll buy you a new one, Bonnie. Or you could just pay to fix it. Sage, how much is it to fix? Meredith, $98.95, no tax. Damon, can't Bonnie just cast a spell on it? Bonnie, it's not really a good reason to cast a spell. Meredith, Bonnie, please, I'm begging you. Elena, Bonnie, just do it and you did it for your baby cousin. Bonnie, well, she was 2 and she was crying and giving me the puppy eyes. Damon, curse the 2-year-old puppy eyes. Meredith, I can never resist them either. I believe the MH is Meredith, and so is the MS. I'm confused now. Because if there was an MM, that'd be Mary McAuliffe, Bonnie's sister. But this is not. Okay. I don't know why I did the initials. It's driving me insane. Stefan, don't worry, Bonnie. Can't resist the eyes either. Sage, how did she know that you could fix it? Bonnie, she can read auras and saw that my aura was really strong compared to everyone else. Meredith, aw, but what about my teddy? Ulrich, OMG, Meredith is giving Bonnie the puppy eyes. Damon, wow, is she going that low? Stefan, never thought I would hear about this. Meredith, woo, this is only the 2nd time she's ever used that look. Elena, oh yeah, I remember that. Yes, when was it and what was it for? Meredith, we were 7. Wait. MH. Who is MH? Because MH is obviously not Meredith. MH, we were 7. E.g., it was for Tyler to give her back the same bear. Stefan, so she only gives that look because of the bear. How much does she love that bear? You know what? I'm not saying the people anymore. More than Bonnie loves her bear Snoopy. You touched my Snoopy and you were so dead. Damon, I got yelled at for touching him and she about knocked me out. Bonnie, no one touches my Snoopy and I fixed Meredith's bear. Meredith, I love you, Bonnie. Now everyone get the heck off my page. Okay. We're going to ignore my author now. I'm just confused now. Who is MH? And why did I use initials? I'm so confused. So confused. And we have 2 more to go. I think these 2 might be shorter. Are they? They're not that long. So we're just gonna go through. Oh, MH is Matt Honeycutt. Okay, Matt. I fucked up. I'm sorry. Because I forgot Matt was in this. I was like, who the hell is MH? And I'm still doing the initials. Am I still doing the initials in the last one too? Yes. Why did I suddenly switch to initials? Oh. Okay. E.g. is Elena Gilbert. S.S. is Stefan Salvatore. S.W. is Sage. M.H. is Matt. M.S. is Meredith. D.S. is Damon. B.M. is Bonnie. A.S. is Ulrich. Okay. What other pages? Sage has a wall on here too. Okay, let's do this. Matt is 18, single. He likes witches, guardians, and vampires. Status, just hanging with Sage. Sage likes it, and 7 other people do. Guardians are in the books. I'm not explaining that. I don't remember exactly what they are, so I'm not explaining it. Okay. So, yeah, this one is a lot shorter. Bonnie, what are you guys doing? Matt. Bonnie, do you really care? Bonnie. Damon won't shut up that you're hanging out with his best friend and he isn't. Damon, I am not complaining about anything. Sage, are you best friend jealous? Damon, no, what in the world would make you think that? Matt, hey Bonnie, don't you feel alone since you're the only girl taking part in this convo? Bonnie, not really. Matt, okay, just making sure. 7, so are Matt and Sage like buds now? Sage, yep, we are now bros. Sage, cool. No, Stefan, cool. See, the initials they're screwing me up. Why did I do that to myself? Bonnie, sup, Stefan? Stefan? Hey, Bonnie, why aren't you with the other girls? Bonnie, I got the flu from going to school with my cousin for her show and tell. Matt, why do you go as her show and tell? Bonnie, because I'm her favorite cousin. Oh, that's adorable. That's cute. I'm glad I did that part. Matt, I see. Damon, well, this is boring. I'm leaving. Bonnie, same. I gotta take my meds. Yuck. Stefan, see ya. Sage, yuppers. Matt, bye. Was I just tired of writing this? Is that why this chapter is so lame? Next chapter. These goddamn initials. I hate them. Sage's wall. Oh, look, my old Twitter information. That's a lie. I did not tweet when I updated stuff, by the way. Oh, look, I finally included the Sage as a guy in the book series and a girl in the TV series. So this story Sage is guy due to the fact that the story is based on the books. I legit put that at the end and not earlier. I'm so proud of myself. We're to the final countdown. Sage's wall. He's way over 500. Because he's like the devil's son in the book, I think, or some crap. He's single. He's like Matt, were you single? Matt, yes, Matt was single. Okay. He liked vampires, witches, magic, and blood. Status. Who knew? Question mark. Bonnie, Meredith, Elena, and 20 others have liked this. No one disliked it, guys. Damon, who knew what? Oh, wait, this is like a random one, I think. I legit got tired of just writing this, so I did something random, I think. Stefan, who knew what? Matt, I think the girls know the answer to our question. Bonnie, we do, but we aren't telling you three. Alric, what about me? Will you tell me? Meredith, sorry, sweetie, but no, you don't get to know either. Rude. He's your fiancé. Elena, Stefan, don't try to get it out of me. It won't work. Bonnie, same goes to Damon. Sage, I feel special. Good for you, baby. You're adorable. You adorable little giant man. I have this thing where there's like these characters that are like massive and they should be scary. And I'm just like, my son. Just saying, that's how I am. Bonnie, today you are, but only today. Meredith, yep, you're special today because you get to know something that the others do not know. Elena, and you are very lucky to know the thing you do know. You know, this makes it sound very inappropriate, but it's not. I remember that much. Damon, please, Bonnie, you know I love you, but you were making me very mad for not telling me something that you told Sage. Meredith, Damon, I'm shocked you don't know this. Elena, yeah, it has something to do with your girlfriend and all of us, but ours is more recent. Damon, how long would you say I should have known this? Bonnie, about 2 weeks. Now I think that part is actually dirty. Damon, they got the same thing as you? Bonnie, Damon, you're catching on. Elena, no, Damon knows and the others have yet to figure it out. Damon, wait, how did Sage find out? Sage, what is she wearing today? Damon, shorts. Damon, oh, I get it now. Smart, man. Smart. Elena, I thought you got smarter with age. Meredith, so did I. Sage, they all got it in the same place. Talking about what the girls did, by the way. Stefan got what in the same place? Matt, is it that thing you girls have been talking about doing since we graduated? Elena, yes, Matt, you got it right. Good for you, Maddie. I just got tired of this, didn't I? Matt, okay, I know what we're talking about right now. I'm so confused. Stefan, so am I. Meredith, these two are hopeless. Can we just tell them? Elena, yeah, go ahead. Bonnie, we all have a tattoo on our right ankle, and they all match. Stefan, what is the tattoo of? Meredith has a stave. Bonnie, a wand. Elena, wings, because the Guardians have wings. Alric, that's a lot on your ankle. Bonnie, so it symbolizes all three of us. Stefan, they do have a good point. And Sage, can we all get off my wall now? They know the answer. Okay. So, that was a weird way to end this fanfic, I guess. I just ended it there. I didn't continue it any way, shape, or form. It is, in fact, complete. There's the status, complete. I can highlight this part, but I can't highlight this part. That's rude. Yeah, so it is, in fact, completed. So, the Facebook was the first fanfic I wrote. And I guess for it being the first one I wrote, it's fine. For the format I chose to do it in, it's fine. I definitely, after a certain point, you can tell I just got tired of writing this. So starting with Meredith's wall, I just went by initials and it confused me and I just read this all. So I can't imagine how readers felt with this. I'm just so sorry. See, I did like their first name, their last initial, and it was fine, sort of. Thank God nobody had the same name. But I definitely if I did this now, I would find a way to make it actual images. And I probably wouldn't use Facebook. I'd probably make it like a Twitter one or something, just because the Twitter format works better for me, I guess. So it's not terrible. It's just my issue is obviously the formatting I chose to use for this thing. And the reviews, we'll pull up the reviews. Y'all can see all these people. I apologize. People liked it. So it's obviously not terrible. It's just, I definitely could have gone through and edited, doing spelling and some grammar fixes. In the one chapter, in chapter 5, I could have added some more details in there to bulk that up. But I guess overall, it's not terrible. I guess the reason I'm so harsh on it is because it is mine. If this was somebody else, I would not be this harsh. I'm gonna be honest. I probably wouldn't be this harsh. I'd probably be like, hey, they might have want to go back through and do like some spelling and grammar checking, but other than that, it's fine. But because it's me, I'm a jerk to myself. So yeah, that's why I'm so harsh. But you know, it's fine. So then that is the end of VD Facebook fanfic. The next fanfic I will be reading will be Sleepover at the Original Mansion. That is a Vampire Diaries TV show fanfiction, and I will also link that down below. So that's the next one. So if for some reason you wanted to read it or something, you could, I don't know why. Or you can just wait for the video. But that is a 10-chapter fanfic. Let me open up that page real quick. That has, it's a 10-chapter fanfic, and it only has 8,434 words. It's like the equivalency of like 2 chapters in a regular book. So proud of myself right now. I used to think that these were so long. They're nothing. No wonder I could read all of the fanfics I've written probably in a day if I wasn't reading them aloud. I'm gonna be honest. But thank you for watching. If you liked this video and you'd like more content like this, you can hit the like button. If you'd like Authortube content where I explain my journey in writing my first book, and probably will continue to explain my journey the whole time, you can subscribe. I do live streams Wednesdays, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. And there are many more of these videos to come. So I will catch you guys later.